at the cabin. This is my off-grid pallet wood cabin that is powered by water so far. It probably will be powered by also solar at some point. Right now it's just running on water, so I can't run very much in it. It is made of, you can see the pallets in the walls here. There are pallets all the way around. That's basically what the whole thing is made out of. At least pallets or shipping crates. It's all recycled material. I did have to buy a few things for it, but not much. Like, for example, the plywood that I've got right here. Had to buy that to put up in the loft. These are what's left. I'm going to put them up on this part that's stuck out here. These are leftovers from somebody's project at some point, and I think they had set outside for a long time because they're faded, but those were free, and I covered the sides with it. Now on the front I did something a little different. This was all packing crate material, just pallets basically, and I just put them all, you know, made siding out of them. This over here, this is my power system. We've got power coming from the Pelton wheel generator, going through the rectifier, down and into the charge controller, then from the charge controller into the battery. The battery is running that little inverter, which the cabin is plugged into. This goes into the breaker box. Okay, shut that. Okay, and then my door, I even built my door. Now I did buy 2 2x4s to build the door with, and then I got this flooring. Actually, it was out of a dumpster. Somebody threw it away. Still has some of the sticker stuck on it, and they don't all fit together because I think it had been out in the rain for a while, so some of them are swelled. I got enough. Actually, I did the floor. The whole floor of the cabin is this same stuff, and this is pretty much what I had left over, so I just put it on the door on the outside because I figure it'll handle the weather a little bit better. It won't if it's getting wet on the inside. On the outside it should be fine. I made my little door handle by just freehand cutting out from a 2x4. I just cut. It was actually leftovers, what I cut off of the 2 2x4s I bought to build the door. Now this pulls a latch on the inside, and then you can open it. Here is the latch mechanism. It's a gate latch. And you can see, you know, it just runs through a hole. Comes out, just a piece of wire. And I did the same thing with this handle. Just cut it out of, I didn't even measure anything. I just kind of cut it out. And you can see that closes. To open it, you just do that. And on the inside, it's paneling. Alright, now once you get inside, you can tell I still have to put trim up around here, and I may have to move that handle over a little bit, because it's kind of, if you're not paying attention, and if you're closing it with your left hand, it can get your fingers right here. And also there's not room for the trim to go up around. So I'm going to have to probably move that over. And the latch, you got to watch when you come in because it'll catch into you, but I haven't had a problem with it. So, you know, as long as you're aware of it, you're not going to hit it. but that was the easiest and cheapest way I could think of to do it, so that's the way I did it. And we've got, of course, we've got our light switch, inside and outside light. We've got 2 plugs on the countertop. Actually, one of those should be a GFI. I should change that out. We have a sink in here. Now, I had a smaller sink in here. Actually, I've got 2 of them that are little small ones. They were part of a 2-piece set that come out of an RV. The other one is in my schoolie. And I found out when I took it camping that that little shallow sink is just not big enough when you get a few pots in it to wash. It's hard to move stuff around. So I went ahead and this is actually a double sink, and I took an angle grinder, cut it in half, and I guess I'll run, when I get my water in here, I'll run my water up through here, and I think I can gravity feed water from up the hill. Should be enough to run in here. It's a little propane stove and oven, has a little oven on it. This came out of an RV too. The stove, the kitchen is not actually mounted to the wall yet because I have more to do. I'm wanting to run the line for the sink out, and I'm going to put a garden right in the front. Going to build a little box and put like some tomato plants or something in it for a garden. And I want to run the water out from the sink down to water the garden. As I'm using the water, it will run out and water the garden, because I'm not going to be using anything in there that would hurt the plants. So probably use like biodegradable stuff, so it'll be safe for the plants, and I can recycle the water that way. As it comes down off the hill, it can go through the sink and then go into the plants. Then I guess if I just wanted to water the plants, just turn the water on for a minute or two and turn it back off, and I just watered the plants. Okay, and we have windows, of course. Got to have windows, and they open. What I've done, let me move this light bulb so it don't roll outside. I've got screws that are screwed in through the boards into the window frame, like that. And when you push them out, they open like that. And you can open them all the way up, prop them open with a stick, and get some pretty good ventilation. Same with this one, but I'm not going to open it like that because it has a crack in the glass right there. Can't hardly see it, but yeah, there it is. So I'm not going to open this one because that glass would fall out. Here is the light switch for the kitchen light. These are all LED lights. That's all that my water system will run right now is LEDs. If you put incandescents in there, it would be too much for it. I'm not getting much power out of it. Got 3 lights going right now. It's a little breaker box. This is main breaker, plugs, lights, and I think that one is just, yeah, that one is the extra. Okay, that is going to, at some point, be the bathroom. You can see that I still got to seal up. I got some light bleeding through there. But that is going to be the bathroom at some point. I'm going to have to fix up some way. I mean, maybe it's going to be like a bucket system or something. But that's going to be the bathroom. Here we've got, you know, just some old chairs, table, ottoman. Here's the floor I'm talking about. Free floor, hey, you know, I'll take it. Even though several of them have these little stickers on them, which I think will finally wear off, or maybe if I clean it with bleach or something like that, it'll come off. At some point I'm going to put in some drawers and all that, but I want to do all my plumbing, get everything all set up there before I do any drawers or anything under here. So yeah, that's going to be all blank for a little while. Over here, the reason that there is metal up on the wall is because this is where the wood stove will sit in the winter. Right now, I don't need it. We're going into summer, so we don't need a wood stove in the summer. Anyway, there's plugs all the way around. Plugs. It's actually wired to code. There's a light switch for that light. And up on top, we have the sleeping loft. There's a little bed up there. And like I said, this is not complete. This is not completely done. There's a lot more to be done. Of course, I've got trim to go around everything that I've got to do. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all this, how I'm going to finish all that. I may use paneling, kind of like I use paneling on here. Now, I did have to buy this. This was not free. This paneling was not free. This is all bought paneling. The wood grain stuff, that was all bought. But all the wood that I used to build the whole thing, except for just a few 2x4s and stuff. Let's see, I had two 2x4s up here. I bought two 2x4s for the door. The rest of the 2x4s and stuff, they all come from packing crates and stuff. Even like these 2x4s, these are actually not 2x4s. They're the same thing that I used in the front. And I got several old reclaimed lumber for the boards that run across. It's old barn wood. I still have to seal up. I'm going to get some insulation to go up on the top to seal all this up. But it is coming along. Got my little section over here with my TV, which I can't run right now with the power that I have. It will run, but it'll run the battery down. It takes more out of the battery than the water wheel can put in, or the turbine wheel can put in. This TV uses, actually, I need to get a more efficient one, but I think even like an LED TV, I don't think I can run one yet. Like I said, I could run it for a little while, but it's going to deplete my batteries. I want more power coming in than what I'm using. So right now, the only thing I can do is run lights. That's just a little, actually it's a tabletop for a little like table that would go in between the couches or something. And I've got a bench. It's sitting on a bench. But anyway, let me set this ladder up and I'll show you the upstairs. Okay, here we go. We'll go up the ladder and I'll show you this is unfinished. I got to put insulation down first and paneling or something in there. Got these windows that open up here. These come out of an RV. You can tell. You crank that little knob and it opens and closes them. You can see I got a pretty good view. That's the road to the graveyard over there. And there's my little bed. Haven't actually slept in it yet. I got up here and laid in it, but I haven't actually slept in it yet. I may have to try that here one of these nights. It would be fine to sleep in right now. Might have a few mosquitoes get in through places like that. So I may need to seal those up first. But yeah, I think it would be all right to try it out one night. But this is the sleeping loft. And it's not huge, but it will work. You have power up here too. There's two plugs. So you can charge your cell phone or laptop or whatever you bring up here. All the metal on the roof, by the way, was all recycled. You can't see it because I've got the tire paper down first. That is my tour of my off-grid pallet wood cabin. And I think it turned out all right. It's still got some stuff to do. I got a few cracks I got to seal up. I got a few places that still need insulated and finished. But as far as spending the night up here, I think it'd be possible to spend the night up here. Anyway, I guess that's my little pellet wood cabin. I appreciate everybody watching. If you're interested in how any of this was built, check out my older videos. I'll put a link in the description, or I'll put a link to the video at the end, or the playlist at the end, and you can check out the whole build process of this if you're interested. Anyway, I appreciate everybody watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one.